Here we have a UK Blu-ray of the film Oblivion, and as you can see, the case is a special white frame case, and it's actually been designed to be like a photo frame. So what you're feeling here, this is actually a plastic removable picture, as is the back, a removable picture, and you can open this box up in such a way that you can get the images switched around, literally turned around, and you get a different presentation. And the design has been not just so it opens on this, but it's so it can also stand up. So it's also a picture frame that you can hold either slightly open, as you would a normal frame, and you've got a nice little flat base there. Now, of course, you don't really want the Blu-ray packaging, Blu-ray symbol, sorry, the logo showing if you're using this as a frame, and so you'd use the other side, the flip side. But of course, you can also have it standing up a little bit like a book. Okay, so let's just go into the inside and I'll show you how to do this. Now, I've got it alongside two other Blu-rays from my Blu-ray shelf, so I've got an N and a P, so this goes in between. You don't get many films starting with O, I certainly haven't, and this is going to fit between them. So let's just do the size to start with. It's exactly the same height as a normal Blu-ray, very slightly thicker. So I've got these Blu-rays in cardboard sleeves. They're unopened, as you can see, and where I'd say you've got a very similar thickness, certainly I can't fit that inside on the cardboard sleeve. So this is 1 or 2 mil thicker, nothing much in it, but it's a few mil thicker, so it's going to take up a slightly increased size in your shelf. Let's open this up. Of course, you get the disc. Let's just take that out. And already you're starting to see one of the other images. You've got this information regarding the frames, and they use the A as a 4, so it's Fr4me Media. Fr4me, that's the idea of it, and some instructions how to do the switching around, which I'm going to do, and of course I'm not going to turn it over because it's got my code, my remote viewing code. So you've got a horizontal aspect picture here from Oblivion, and you've got of course a normal a vertical image here from Oblivion. So I'm going to just pop out the back. Now you do this, you have to literally be crunchy with this, so don't be surprised if it makes all this sound. So I think this is why I think most people want to watch this video, to hear and see exactly what happens. Yep, the white frame does completely come off, so the inside case is actually completely see-through, and the front's exactly the same, but I'm now able to release this, and it really is like a plastic. So it's either very specially laminated card, or I do suspect it's actually a really nice plastic. There's a texture to it, you can probably hear with me running my nails over there. So it's obviously not on the inside, it stays on the outside, so you just turn it over and you just make sure you line it up, and then you crunch the outer white frame back on. So there we have a picture frame. Now the nice things about this, some people really do not like all the country code information, all this, you know, age restrictions, barcodes, can ruin the packaging. So one nice feature about this is you can actually create yourself a very nice looking case, regardless whether you use this as a frame or not. Obviously it's going to look better with a horizontal aspect picture, because the frame itself standing up like this on a shelf or on a side is going to look much more better than it would, I think, as a book style frame, like it would have to with this picture. But I think that the white frame surround, it being for Oblivion, it makes a lot of sense. I think Fr4me Media, Fr4me Media, releasing this as part of the Oblivion packaging makes a lot of sense, because it's very stylised and goes along with the kind of futuristic view that Oblivion has and an overall look. So I think the only things, my only negatives are that you get the Blu-ray disc logo on this side, so you, even if you did switch over both pictures, you couldn't simply have this on show unless you had it on a an aspect relevant with the icon, sorry, on the same orientation as the icon. I don't particularly want to show that off, so I'd only be looking at the one side. And although this stand very cleverly opens into a point where you can stand it on its base, the hinge is visible, and although this looks metallic, it is actually plastic again. And the downside of that hinge, of course, is on your shelf, sandwiched between the other Blu-rays, you now can't see where Oblivion is, so it almost becomes, now you see me, now you become oblivious. So obviously if it's the only Blu-ray on your shelf, and the only Blu-ray that they ever do this for, fair enough, you're going to know that's Oblivion, and like I say, it iconically goes with the white styling of the film. Otherwise you're going to have this situation where I don't want a series of Blu-rays on my shelf that I can't see what they are. I want to know what they are, and although I've got them out of particular order like most people have, that's not enough. So There's a few issues here, and even though they had a sticker that was very, very fine or invisible, very, very fine writing in here, or something in the angle that you can almost flip over, flip around, or flip internal, so you can have a sort of shelf mode and a frame mode. That would have been a bit more clever than what they've done here. So all in all, nice idea. It certainly gets rid of the ugly side of the packaging that everybody has to put up with all the Blu-rays. Would I say this is going to replace tin boxes? No, I think the metal boxes are still the best kind of design that they've got for this kind of packaging, and all this crunching around of the case, it really is quite a gruesome thing, and you're going to always constantly be worried, am I damaging the actual artwork cards themselves? So although I've just peeled off that case there, every time I'm pushing on this case, I'm actually really putting quite a bit of fatigue to this picture. And there's going to come a point when I accidentally make an indent, because of course on the front you've got the hooks, so you've actually got two little holes, and if you put your fingers on all the pressure in the wrong place, potentially you're going to, you know, create a fold and a damage to your plastic picture, and that certainly isn't the idea. So let's just do the final one. So we didn't do a horizontal orientation. Let's close the box again, makes it a little easier, make sure the picture goes in its indents correctly. And you just crunch that white frame back on again. So there we go, done both sides. There's a horizontal one, there's a vertical one, there's Oblivion. Throw that away and you've got yourself a new style Blu-ray box. Let me see what you think. I don't think it's going to particularly take off. Let's see whether I'm wrong. Hope you enjoyed this video, hope this helps with your purchasing decisions. Please feel free to like, subscribe and comment.